Hi everyone, this is DinoSasha here, and welcome back to another review. And today we're gonna take a look at the figure. It is the CollectA 2016 Mercuriceratops. Now, Mercuriceratops, which name means Mercury Hornface, is a genus of the ceratopsian dinosaur that lives in the late Cretaceous period about 77 million years ago, what is known as North America. Now, apart from that, the length was only at about 4 meters, 13 feet long, and weighs over a metric ton, or 1.1 short ton. Now, estimated that there are some major difference between these creatures. There is a smaller version of this creature. The Holotype is only about lengths of 793 millimeters, or 31.2 inches, or 2,602 feet. Now, considered to be a herbivore, it was discovered by a scientist which is identified as, well, I guess we're gonna find out who it is. It was named by Michael Ryan, David Avens, Philip Von Combe, and Mark Lowen. And this genetic specimen of this ceratopsian was located in a much more distant ways. Now, considered being a condiment herbivore, it lives alongside with the other animals like hadrosaurs, tyrannosaurs, and ankylosaurs. Now, they're herbivores, they mainly eat plants. Now, let's talk about the sculpt. Now, this is a remake version, I just want to know. So, basically, I just like the design of this herbivore, and I mean, look at it. Look how the design is, it looks accurate looking. And yeah, I rather really like the sculpt because it looks really nice. And by the way, if you know the sculpt, let me know in the comments. Now, the pose, it's like a walking pose. It's just not a normal pose like you thinking, but I would rather sometimes we rather need a Mercuriceratops in the collection. Now, prefer that, let's just talk about something else. You know, for example, the details. The details are just smooth, or not as smooth as you think. It's just everything just all the same. You know, it has all the bumps all over it. Well, let's talk about the color scheme on the way. Now, the color scheme has orange and bluish color, which is the blue is on the head and its back, and the orange one is on an entire body. And if you look at the quills, all of them among the ceratopsians is really thick. That's right, it is totally thick, and I usually wanted to see a ceratopsian with a whole quills all over it. It looks like it's all have quills, and yeah, all ceratopsians has quills all over its tail. Yeah, underneath of it. And I just noted, I just want to talk about the head. It looks like a bit of a Chasmosaurus, but the snout is a bit longer. And beware of this ceratopsian might look familiar, but that's not impossible. But I'd rather know that this is a really nice ceratopsian in my collection. So, the accuracy. That is a really accurate Mercuriceratops. I would rather just make sure that it's making sense of this animal would look like. But I like the accuracy, it's nothing more possible. Well, let's talk about the ruler, so let's get this a measure. So it turns out from the length from the tip of the snout all the tip of the tail, we're only at about 5.5 inches, and which is only at about, well, 13 centimeters, and the height, which is the top of the frill, we're looking at about 3 inches, and which is only at about 7 centimeters. Now, for comparison, I'm going to bring up some other dinosaurs, which is other ceratopsians. Here are some non-triceratops species of ceratopsians. So, here's with the CollectA 2012 Utahceratops. It's a bit smaller than a Mercuriceratops. I would like to know that this creature is a bit of a respected to know, because this one is a bit smaller, but the frill is a bit longer. Now, for another comparison, here is the Safari Ltd 2018 Regali Ceratops, another ceratopsian which is part of the Chasmosaurinae. Well, a subfamily, which is preserved. And for the last quick comparison, I'm gonna bring up a knockoff of the Schleich Panthoceratops. Now, according to calculation, this thing is big. If you want to compare, if you move up quickly, because this one is a big, huge. That's right, it's like a weigh a ton. Now, for the final rating, well, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, which is not as possible. So people may review these figures, but I would rather that this is most of a more unique Ceratopsian, a really accurate version of the design. But but you know that this design was part of a frill. You know basically what base of this animal would actually look like. And basically, I just want to know that. Well, all the way we just know about this creature. You know, the Mercuriceratops is a part of the Ceratopsid family all those years ago. And you know, I just know that this belongings. Well, I guess this is a part of the Chasmosaurus, but I really want to see another Chasmosaurid dinosaur, which is a Ceratopsian. Well, basically, this is a much more difficult to situate it with. You know, you know that it was about a Ceratopsian, but the name is Mercury because of my character name. Well, I should rather name it part and implied. Well, I really noticed that I have a great appearance of this Ceratopsian. You know, I basically like the design and how I like the color scheme, but I just like the design, how this creature look like. And you know what? This is a really short review, and I hope it's not long. So the next review will be on something like a Blue the Raptor, which is from the Mattel. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video. And leave a comment below, and I hope you see for another review about the Mattel Blue the Raptor. Goodbye, everyone, and see you all next time.